Now, we all have a few guilty pleasures of who we watch on YouTube, and unfortunately for me, PyroLive is one of them. For those of you who still have multiple remaining brain cells to rub together and don't subject themselves to the content pumped out on Pyro's second channel, you might be unfamiliar with the format of an average PyroLive video. Essentially, Pyrocynical waits for Moist Critical to upload a video about a situation which is of course crazy, then a huge air raid siren in Pyro's house blares at 120 decibels, to which he immediately jumps out of bed and heads over to his PC. Remember, time is of the essence, so research, if any, must be extremely fast. He opens up OBS, a few Twitter tabs, and if he's feeling energetic, perhaps a Dexerto article. From there, the slop unfolds. Amazingly, he'll somehow turn the most mundane, nothing burger of a topic into a 25-minute masterpiece. As a fellow bag chaser, I must admit his ability to churn out slop with such ease and finesse is outstanding, and I would commit horrendous acts to possess just a fraction of his slop-producing power. But I was wondering just how much of the average Pyro video is slop, and how much of it is factual/directly related content. I decided to find out. First, we need to understand how this vigorous research is going to take place. We need a way of separating the slop from the informative content, and I think I've found a reasonable method. I'll watch a selection of random PyroLive videos from the last 3 months in their entirety. Using a number of stopwatches, I will then categorize every second of the video into slop, mixed slop, or good content. The categorization of the content will be down to my own personal discretion, however these are a few guidelines so you have an understanding of how this is going to go down. If someone else's video is playing and Pyro isn't saying anything, it's mixed slop. If Pyro is waffling about something completely irrelevant, that is slop. If Pyro is ironically talking about how the video he's making is slop, it's double points. If Pyro is actually providing some kind of value, and by that I mean literally anything as long as it's relevant to the topic of the video, then it's not slop. You get the idea. Okay, so the first video I analysed is The Flappy Bird is Back, a 20-minute long video about how Flappy Bird is making a comeback, except it isn't really, which we'll get onto in a sec. Yeah, so I watched the video in its entirety, and then I've put timestamps for bits where it's slop, bits where it's mixed slop, and bits where it's content, so I thought I would walk through that now. So for mixed slop, we've got a 32-second intro, and then from 2 minutes 09 to 2 minutes and 43, he's talking about people selling phones with Flappy Bird on. Then we get onto slop. So the first 36 seconds after the intro itself is Pyro talking about his hair. And then from 1 minute 40 to 2 minutes and 9 seconds, he's talking about Instagram Reels and the fact that in the comment section you can reply with GIFs. From 2 minute 44 to 3 minutes 17. I genuinely forgot immediately after watching, but I think it was something about TikTok. From 4 minutes 57 to 6 minutes, he's reacting to a PewDiePie video from 2013. And no, it's not related to Flappy Bird, it's just a random PewDiePie video. From 6 minutes 20 to 6 minutes 47. Again, he's talking about PewDiePie and Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. From 8 minutes 21 to 9 minutes 32, Pyro tries to click on a little green bird fella on a crypto website.
Morons that are just launching coins every single second. I don't know if I can show any of these because chances are there's going to be a penis that slips in. You got like AI images there. You got Pepe. I saw Kamala Harris for a second, but they are basically spamming coins, hoping that one of them takes off. It is the most autistic thing I've seen in my life. I was making fun of the pump coins. God, this website is fighting with me. This is horrible. I was making fun of the pump coins. I didn't want to buy one. Where's it gone? Where's that little fella? Yeah, I'd buy that one. Where's he gone? Like you can't even buy a coin if you wanted to because the fucking screen is moving so fast. Where did the green owl go? Where'd the little fella go? I've lost him. There was one coin I was going to buy and I've just lost him immediately. How the fuck? How do you navigate this website? This is... Oh, there he is. Wait, where'd he go? I lost him again! There he is. I'd buy that fella. He's gone again. I can't... No, this website, man, it's actually making me trip out. I can't use it anymore.
Then from 9 minutes 33 to 14 minutes 12, Pyro's reacting to a video of a Polygon employee playing Doom 2016. From 16 minutes 25 to 16:31, it's PewDiePie playing Flappy Bird. And then from 19 minutes 45 to 20 minutes and 24 seconds, it's his outro. And then from there, we've got the remaining stuff, which is the actual content. So 45 seconds is spent explaining what Flappy Bird is around the start of the video. I think after the intro and after he talks about his hair, we get, an explanation of what Flappy Bird is. Then from 3 minutes 17 to 4 minutes 57, he spends nearly 2 minutes explaining explaining how to play Flappy Bird. It has one button. From 6 minutes and 1 second to 6 minutes 20, I sort of categorized this as content. And then from 6:47 to 8:20, this is the first time he mentions the actual news. Then from 14 minutes 12 to 16 minutes and 25 seconds, he's talking about a trademark dispute. And then from 1631 to 1945, it's vaguely relevant conversation that's sort of related to the Flappy Bird situation, but I don't think there's any new information or news that's brought up. It's more so how Dong Nguyen had been contacted by The Verge, and then The Verge couldn't get a response from him, and it seems like the new developers of Flappy Bird have nothing to do with the old developer, and you know, he's kind of giving his opinion on that. Then we need to sum up our totals. So for Mixed Slop, we've got 66 seconds, just over a minute. It's not too bad. And then for Slop, in terms of just non-related content in any way, I don't even mean, you know, poor quality content. I mean entirely irrelevant to the topic of the video, 583 seconds. And then for actual content, we have 584 seconds. So I calculate this to be 52.6% slop and 47.4% content. But 47.4% content does seem a little high, so I thought I'd do some additional digging to try and understand what made up this nearly 10 minutes worth of content, which, on paper at least, could be considered original. So I recorded how much of this time was spent literally just reading out tweets or text. So from 4 minutes 47 to 4 minutes 53, he's reading something. 6:01 to 6:08, he's reading something. 6:47 to 7:14, 7:35 to 7:43, and 15:09 to 15:15. Interestingly, it's actually quite a bit less than I initially expected. It turns out that the time taken to read out articles or tweets word for word in this video only made up another 54 seconds. And with that, I decided my scientific analysis into the anatomy of a PyroLive video was sufficient. So 66 seconds of this 20-minute video is mixed slop, 583 seconds of it is slop, 54 seconds of it is reading tweets or articles word for word, and finally 530 seconds of the video is quote-unquote original content. So as much as people give him flack for beating around the bush, dragging out videos and making slop, a PyroLive content percentage is around the same purity as the alcohol content in vodka, which all things considered isn't actually too bad for a slop video. With that being said, I would note that much of the actual content related to the topic tends to be him over-explaining basic stuff and dragging out the idea a bit. For example, he took nearly 2 minutes to explain how to play Flappy Bird and what Flappy Bird is, despite the fact it literally has a single button. In conclusion, I think a big part of why PyroLive videos sometimes feel like they have almost no relation to the topic at hand is because through some miracle he actually managed to last a whopping 6 minutes and 45 seconds before once mentioning what the actual Flappy Bird news or drama was, which is incredible. With all this being said, I simply refuse to criticize PyroLive for his content. Even with the facts in hand, I know I'll still continue to consume the slop regardless, as will you and hundreds of thousands of others. Often I find that I'll just put a slop video on as a sort of noise in the background, like if I'm playing a game by myself or doing some horrendously dull admin work. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and if you appreciate hard-hitting facts and extremely high-quality journalism you can't find anywhere else, then be sure to subscribe, and I'll probably upload at some point in the next 5 years, which you won't want to miss.